Welcome, my name is Dave Grant. I am a certified financial planner and the founder of Retirement Matters, which is a financial planning and investment management company in Barrington, Illinois. So, welcome back to the blog. Today we are discussing 3 uncommon things that good advisors do. So all advisors do essentially the same job. We design financial plans, we invest money, and we provide recommendations on a few things. But when you find a really good advisor, there's some things that they do which aren't advertised, and they learn these skills throughout their career. The first thing that a good financial advisor does is they always check with a spouse. So for example, if we're having a conversation with, say, the husband in the room and he says something, never taking it for granted, we then either ask the husband or the wife in the room and say, what do you think? Always want to make sure that everyone's on the same page and there's not a completely different idea. So if the husband has an idea of, okay, we're going to retire at 65, we're going to travel for a year, and then we're going to buy a second home by the beach. That's a lot of financial commitments there. If the wife then turns around and says, well, hold on, I thought we were retiring at 70, we were traveling for 6 months, and then we're going to live abroad. If that never gets voiced, the financial plan doesn't mean anything because everyone's on a different page. Almost in lockstep with those things. And it comes with planning out financial goals. One good thing a good financial advisor does is ask why. So let me give you an example. A client of mine had a specific retirement date in mind, and no matter what happened, wasn't going to be moved off that date. So he said, I'm going to retire at 60. Now, he had a good job. He could have worked for a couple more years, racked up a lot of savings, and been very secure financially. But instead of letting it go or just saying, I don't think this makes sense, I asked him, well, why? Why is 60 such an important date for you? And his answer was pretty poignant. He came back and said, well, my dad died at the age of 61 and he hadn't retired yet. So he never got to enjoy everything he'd been planning for. I want to retire as soon as I can, and I'm in good health, and I want to enjoy as much of retirement as I can, both for myself and also to honor my dad. That is a way bigger thing in a financial plan than making sure all the money's invested properly. Asking why as a question and having a big why underneath a financial plan as to why things are happening is really important. The last uncommon thing that a good financial advisor does is reading the room. There's a lot of times that financial advisors, we can get in our head and we can start talking about this and that and we get really into it. But if the room isn't listening, and if someone across the table is glazed eyes, it's just wasted time. It doesn't even matter. So if you're explaining something as an advisor and the room has got glazed eyes or there's not really much interaction, if you're good at what you do, you got to stop. You either got to change the topic, you have to ask for feedback, or you have to understand, okay, this is not working. I need to try a different approach because what we're talking about is really important. And that's where, and I'll give you a bonus, using stories is really important. Everyone learns in different ways. Some people are numbers based, some people learn visually, but a lot of people will learn from a story. So if you can turn important financial concepts, or you're hearing an advisor talk about important financial concepts in the space of a story, that's a sign you got a good one. Thanks for joining me for this episode of the blog. My name is Dave Grant. You can find me at retirementmattersillinois.com. Hopefully you've got a good advisor that's doing these things. If not, I try and do these things, so I like to think of myself as a good advisor. You can check me out, and we'll see you on the next episode.